Skippy! Come and hold your end up, will you?
Don't you ever call me Skippy, you indigenous feather duster. You're looking for a bunch of threes, Wet-Ex head.
It'd take more than a rat on springs to do me.
Right, you're asking for it. Now, listen.
Skippy, Skippy, Skippy.
Yeah,
Come on, Skippy.
Quick, hold it. Get the star.
Not the bloody star.
Put it on. Put it on.
Oh, get it.
Australia, you're standing in it for Australia. Put your hand up, you gotta stand up and count yourself for Australia. Australia, Australia, you're standing in it.
Your next possum. Yeah, come on, little fella. Come on. Swim. Swim? What about you, Mommy? Hey? Keep your claws together. Stroke. Stroke. Paddle kick, Blondie. Dolphin kick then. Blondie.
There's a polar bear and a lair as well. There are people who snore and people who yell. Shut the door, ring the bell. It's Parliament.
Oh, hello, girls and boys. I'm Mr. Speaker, and welcome to Play School Parliament. And we've got lots of fun and excitement today. But before we begin, tick-tock, tick-tock.
What's the time on the Parliament clock?
Well, the big hand's on the dollar sign, and the little hand's on 50. That means it's time for Mr. Jolly Treasurer to show and tell the budget figures.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Hello, girls and boys. I'm Mr. Jolly Treasurer. I'd like to show and tell the inflation rate.
Boo! Hiss! That's all lies. That'll never work in million billion years. Yeah.
Mr. Nasty Opposition Leader isn't happy, is he, girls and boys? Oh, he is a rude fellow. I'd better ask him to sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Oh, thank you, Mr. Treasurer.
Righto. Right, think of a number, double it, take away the number you first thought of, add 7, multiply by 4, and what did you get? Tired. 3. The inflation rate is running at 3%.
That's not right.
No, but it's clever.
Thank you, Mr. Jolly Treasurer. And now it's time for Mr. Silly Prime Minister to show how to build a better economic future.
Hello, girls and boys. Now, to build a better economic future, what we do is get one of Mum's old cotton reels, some clag, 12 icy pole sticks, an old shoebox, 4 buckets of unfounded optimism, 15 million gullible Australians. Here we go.
First floor, Smart Artist Gallery.
Yes, I know. I own it.
Kate. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, you look divine, really divine.
Yes. Pam darling, I hear you're collecting for the crippled children.
Yes, it's divine.
I'm so thrilled for you. How's it going?
Oh, just fabulous. So far, I've collected 3 crutches, 5 wheelchairs, and 27 calipers.
Brilliant. Have you heard about Chili?
No.
Well, apparently she wants David to open a health studio and a solarium called the Tannery, but that fool of a husband of hers refuses to leave Allied Poisons. Chili, hi!
Oh, absolutely divine. Pammy, you look unbelievable.
Thanks.
Well, the big news is...
What?
Suze and I are planning what must be the most brilliant Bastille Day bash ever.
On the 14th of July.
Or as the French say, Juillet 14.
Which, of course, is the only time you're allowed to put the cart before the horse.
Magnifique.
I'm going to wear the most magnifique Yves Saint Laurent
Raw peasant dress.
that I picked up from Suze's new
Boutique Robespierre.
Yes, we're having a French theatre party. We're going to
see Marcel Marceau. I probably won't understand a word.
No. And then we're all going back to Suze's for an all-night rage around the pool. And guess who's flying in?
The Boguses.
The Boguses? But I thought they were Melbourneites.
Well, they were, Kate, but Fred was transferred to Sydney and now they're Sydneyites. But le grand news is...
Kill.
Suze has chartered a jumbo jet to fly in a whole heap of friends that she made when she was living in Paris. The pool is just going to be swarming
With parasites.
Brain space.
Hi, I'm Debbie Wilson, right? And I'd like to introduce a Brain Space special for this week. We have here in the studio a situation, an amazing band who are going to perform their amazing new single, I Want to Go Back to the Womb, right? I wonder if you could give a really cool welcome to Beau Dribbler and the Sooks. Excellent.
I don't need school. I don't need rules. I don't want to learn. I don't want to earn. I want to be me. I want to be free. Where's my mom? I want to go back to the womb. I want to go back to the womb. I don't want to stand. I don't want to fight. Don't want to do sums, I want to have fun. I don't want to live, I don't want to breathe. Where's my mom? I want to go back to the womb. I want to go back to the womb. I don't want to walk, I don't want to talk, I don't want to live, I don't want to die. I don't want to know if I'm a girl or a guy. I want to go back to the womb. I want to go back to the womb. I don't need school. I don't need rules. I don't want to learn. I don't want to earn. I want to be free. I want to be me. Where's my mom? I want to go back to the womb. I want to go back to the womb. Where's my mom? I want to go back to the womb. Where's me mom? Back to the womb.
Freak me out. Amazing. We're very privileged to have Beau with us in the studio. He's kindly consented to share his very valuable time with us. Wow, freak me out, Beau. I wonder if you think that that song is as amazing as I think it is. Right, excellent. Like, I really see that what you're trying to do, right, is to make a statement about the cruciality of demonstrating anger against a particular socio-economico, historico-politico context in which we find ourselves at this point in time. Would you agree with that? Ditto, right. Like, it seems to me that you've been pretty heavily influenced by this amazing ancient Greek who was New Wave before his time, viz. Sophocles, which I don't know if you know his work. Right, I'm sure you do, right. Which Sophocles wrote this really amazing play about this really angry young man who killed his father and related with his mother, which was because he had an Oedipus complex, but which he didn't know that because psychology hadn't been invented yet. Is that right? Like, what I was sort of trying to get at was to see if you agree with my opinion, that like Sophocles had a chorus, and like your song has got a chorus, and like that your song is not so much a song as a tragedy.
Look, how much longer do I have to sit here? I haven't had any tea, and I'm hungry.
Wow, freaked me out. Amazing. Just one more question. Before you joined the Sooks, right, you were with an amazing ska band called The Dummies, right? And then you left after an altercation with the bass player, and you joined a band called the Mother Suckers, right? Was there any bad feeling that caused you to leave the Mother Suckers that you'd like to talk about, or would you not prefer not to? Excellence. Like, this is the most integrity-laden demonstration of anger which I've ever experienced. Like, the falling water is creating positive ions, and I feel, wow, incredible. I'll check you later.
By gee, Melbourne's cold this time of year, hey? Melbourne, listen, we're trying to encourage tourists to come to Melbourne, you know, and we put out all these brochures full of lies. Look at this one, Victorian Tourist Association brochure, a photograph of a Melbourne street. But it's not a Melbourne street, that's a New York street. They chose a New York street because they think New York streets are more interesting than Melbourne streets. What they do is they reverse the negatives so the cars look like they're going the same way, the right way. And then they just glue a tram in the middle of it and they say there's a Melbourne street. I ask you. And in here, listen to this. In here it says, Melbourne, where you really will discover the most diverse collection of places to go and things to do, all woven through this colourful, clean and multicultural city. Well, 1 out of 3's okay. It's definitely a multicultural city. I mean, some days it's like Channel 028 in 3D. But this is what this gets. I hate. Look, living in this annoys me. It says here, Melbourne is best known as the home of VFL football. Now I ask you, is that any way to attract Japanese to our city? I mean, what are people going to think? I mean, it's bad enough that we are the home of VFL football without telling people that it's the home of VFL football. I mean, look, there are things in this city that we could honestly put forward to people and say these things are great. I mean, we have got the world's largest furniture showroom. And we have got this thing out at the Northland Shopping Centre, which is sort of out that way a bit, and they've got a donut machine out there, and you can stand, you know, outside, and you can look and see them making the dough. No. But I mean, do they put those things in here? Of course they don't. And what about our great festival, the Festival of the People? Moomba! Magic in the air. Moomba! Ludwig, Moomba! Ludwig, do your impression of Moomba. No, do your impression. That's Ludwig's impression of Moomba. For those of you who've never been, that's very, very accurate. And every year here, every December here in Melbourne, we have this thing called Christmas. And it's great. I mean, everybody goes. And in at the Burke Street Mall in the city, that's mall spelt M-A-U-L. They made a real mess of that. In at the Burke Street Mall, Myers Emporium make up these beautiful Christmas windows. They're really fantastic. And everybody goes, you know, year after year. I've been to every one since I was 4 months old. I was an August baby. In fact, I've got one of the Myers Christmas windows here for you to have a look at. They look a bit like this. Or if you're a shop dummy, they look a little bit like that, you know? And that's the Myers, and you can see they're beautiful things, the Myers Christmas window. And people go to see them. They go after dinner, you know? Everybody has their dinner at home, and then they go, you know? And it's really fantastic. And there are people, there are people in this world who every Christmas... Look, it's the only... Look, let me explain. It's the only place in the world where you can go at 9 o'clock at night and see a grown man and his grown wife and their not-so-grown children in dressing gowns. There are people in this world who every December put on their pyjamas, put on their dressing gowns, get in their cars and drive from as far away as Tasmania in to see the Myers Christmas window. And they walk up and down, up and down, up and down, and then they go home and they take off their dressing gowns and they get into bed and they go to sleep and they don't get up again until next December. They put on their dressing gowns and drive in to see... Melbourne is a fascinating place. So next time you think holidays, think Melbourne.
Roll up, roll up, roll up. For the best act since Samson brought the house down.
Good God.
I thought he was dead.
Why don't you ask him for the Tats Lotto numbers?
No, it's not the real God. I've seen him. It's not the same one.
Dump. An act of God. Well, hello, little Christians.
OK, get on with it then.
And others. But it's not me you've come to see, is it?
No way.
No. So put your hands together and please make welcome, direct from a 40-day, 40-night season at the Desert Inn, it's Jerry Jesus. Well, hello, Jerry.
I saw your mouth move.
Your mouth will move in a minute, Mel. Well, help me call Harvey the Holy Ghost, little Christians. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, Harvey. 1, 2, 3, Harvey. Harvey. Oh, there you are, Harvey. Oh, there you are, Harvey the Holy Ghost. That's it. Hello, God. Now we're all here. Is that a comment? Hey!
Chucky has lungs, Chucky has lungs, Chucky has lungs, Chucky has lungs.
I've had sun, I've had sand, I've had boys, I've had men, but I want a lot of lungs in my custard. I know what I want and I know what I need, and I need a lot of lungs in my custard. I want a hot-blooded hunk, 'cause Spawn could give me junk, 'cause I want a lot of lungs in my custard.
Hello. Today, women are seeking equality of opportunity. Women are to be found in positions more traditionally associated with those of men. But here in the little Victorian town of Melbourne, one man has fought back. He has taken over a role that has, for thousands of years, been the exclusive domain of women.
Gonna be a ripper Baxter. You got the stripper lined up?
You got the mercurochrome? Hey, you got the boot polish?
And Bill's got deep throat.
Putting on a bit of weight there, Billy boy.
Yeah, I'm a bit crook. You don't do well, son.
No, you've been hitting the bottle a bit, haven't you?
Dog, eh? Lay off. What's the matter, mate?
Well, you remember grand final night?
Collingwood got done,
Yeah,
again.
okay. Well, I was a little bit pissed. I was trying to get home on the loop. I don't think it had even opened at the time. Anyhow, there was this little bird there, you know. Little
Good
number.
sort, eh?
Oh, the usual. 5 out of 10 with a paper bag. You know. Anyway, we were locked in this casual embrace. I don't know how we managed to pull it off, really. It's funny, you know. She kept on licking my cheek. Do you love me? I said. No, she said, but I need the salt.
I read about that in Forum.
Yeah? Well, anyway, a couple of months later, I'm feeling sick as a bloody dog. Every morning, vomiting on the Flicati rug. I was bursting into tears at the slightest little thing, you know, the wrong change on the tram, no head on me beard. I went to see my local GP. I come straight out. I said, listen, could I be pregnant? He was hopeless. Take a Valium, he said, and stay away from anything rich and fatty. Right, I thought I'm keeping away from you for a start. Anyway, I'm going home on the tram and I see this advertisement for Predictor, the do-it-yourself pregnancy kit, right? So I whipped into the chemist and I bought one. That was fairly embarrassing. I get it home and it's like something out of a bloody show bag. A tiny little test tube, you know, with a little mirror underneath. Now, what you do is you drop the old boy into the test tube and you take the sample. It's fairly messy. The Flicati rug's taking quite a beating. Now, you hang around, you see, to see if this dark brown ring shows up in the mirror.
Well, did it?
Yeah. It was like looking up the bum of a budgeriggar. Anyhow, she obviously wasn't on the pill, and I get pregnant.
Up the duff.
In the club, pal. Hey, Sponge, do you mind putting the cigarette out, pal? It's
Sure.
morning sickness.
Listen, Bill, we better get going. Yeah.
We're right with you.
No, well, listen, Bill, the Utes chocker should be a rough ride. So, look after yourselves.
Hey, stay in touch, eh, Bill?
Yeah. Jeez, I'm keeping away from the stripper.
Brain Space. Hi, I'm Tim Muktananda, and welcome to a special Brain Space edition in which we're getting into tourism and its catastrophical effect on non-Western, alternative, Eastern-type cultures and societies, etc. I mean, Bali, for instance, is stuffed full of tourists, right? I mean, I know, because I've just come back from 10 extraordinary days and 12 amazing nights in Bali, right? And studying the Balinese art, culture and alternative lifestyles. I mean, if you're Balinese, right, there's no alternative but to be into an alternative lifestyle, right? I mean, like, if you want to meet an artist, right, all you do is jalan-jalan de bantai. I don't know if you know, but that's Indonesian for walk along the beach, right? And I had been cooped up in this plane full of tourists, right, in a non-jalan-jalan type situation for 5 hours. And when I got to Bali, I just headed straight for the Bantai, the beach. And I was jalan-jalanging along, and I just fluked at meeting this amazing artist guy who sold me this incredible wood carving for half price. I mean, straight away, because he could tell I wasn't a tourist, right? You know, even eating in Bali can be a spiritual experience, you know, because I found this amazing ethnic Balinese restaurant that served this incredible mushroom omelette. Well, I mean, those eggs in that omelette must have come from really incredibly cosmic Hindu hens, you know, because the next day I had an out-of-stomach experience, right? And a really heavy case of the jalan-jalans, right? During which I eliminated all the earthly stuff out of my system, lay on my back and got into those Balinese ceilings for about 11 out of the 12 amazing nights, and, which is about as long as your visa lasts. I mean, you just got to go over and check it out. I'll check you later.
Next, coming up on polycultural television, a local drama which proves you don't have to be Greek to be ethnic. It takes us inside a culture, within a culture. A minority group of Australian-born Australians who, because of their unique culture and language, are strangers in their own country. We proudly present Elbows Are for Bending.
We go down, and then we get a big. What do you mean you're not right? What are you? Oh, no. What do you mean?
Everywhere, man. I am everywhere. I'm in mountains, pyramids, tabletops, laminates, rubbish bins, football boots, under beds, next to knees, inside trees. I am everywhere, man. I am everywhere. I am everywhere, man. I am everywhere.